Nintendo promised a brand new version of the Nintendo Switch, and it's not the Nintendo XL, it's not the Nintendo Switch Pro, it's not the Super Nintendo Switch. It is the Nintendo Switch OLED, the OLED model, basically OLED, right? And what is so special about it? Well, absolutely friggin' nothing. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's go. Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video, okay? Enjoy. What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Metrics. Welcome to Andy RCB, where I talk about anime, movies, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. And for today's gaming news, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch OLED, and honestly, I can't tell the difference between the original Nintendo Switch and the OLED. I mean, I guess this new one looks a little bigger. It does have a big screen, right? It does have a big screen, and that's kind of like what separated from the original Nintendo Switch. So let's go over the entire, all the features that are listed on the Nintendo website. And so the first one is obviously the 7-inch OLED screen, and that's what that's what this new version is named. So it's basically, this is its highlight. The highlight is, oh wow, look, it has a better screen. But it's not even 4K. If it was 4K, then we could at least say, oh wow, so it'll be worth playing, these other games because it'll look sharper, it'll look better, it'll look much more colorful, right? But no, it's just an OLED screen. I mean, anyways, I'm gonna get to the pricing in a minute, but then the controllers, okay, the controllers are still the same, the two-piece controllers that go on the side of the console. Big deal, that hasn't changed. Oh well. All right, what I do like about the Nintendo Switch OLED is the stand. Oh my goodness, that shitty little, that little 1-inch stand that a Nintendo Switch had was absolute garbage. I mean, you could barely stand it anywhere, and it will fall off like really easy, right? But this new stand, it's basically, it looks like it's similar to the stand of the Microsoft Surface Pro, the Microsoft laptop. So I guess that's kind of where they get the idea from. But I mean, they should have done that from the start. I'm not quite sure why they didn't do that in the first place. And then is the built-in wire LAN port. So I guess this is pretty good. So no more connecting to the Wi-Fi. Now it's gonna have its own LAN port. So you can connect to the basically an Ethernet port cable, right? And this is great. This is great because you got faster download, better connectivity, as opposed to when you're connecting to the Wi-Fi. Everything, So basically, the internet connection is going to be so much better. So this is a plus. This is the one thing that they did correctly. But I mean, how come they didn't have this in the original, in the first Nintendo Switch? So here's a little, I guess, kind of like a little pro. I guess a good new thing. It has 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Woohoo! That is why we have, external SD cards, because with an SD cards, like the one I have, for example, is 250 gigabytes, and you can have over 30 games in it. So yeah, there's that. So it has more internal storage. Big deal, right? Big friggin' deal. Who cares? That's why we have external SD cards, external memories. So them adding more internal storage doesn't really change anything. We could have stayed with the 34 gigs of internal storage, you know, people will still be able to use their memory cards, and it wouldn't have changed anything. So this is not such a huge change. Woohoo! Wow. The enhanced audio, yeah, this is actually pretty good. So this is the second good thing about the OLED. Enhanced audio. And the Nintendo Switch audio, it's pretty good, but it's not that great. So the enhanced audio could make the gaming experience, you know, much better. And then that is it. The Joy-Con is still the same. Everything else is pretty much still the same. It just has a bigger screen. And the price of the new Nintendo Switch OLED model is $350. That's $349.99.
Oh hell no!
Now the original was $300. Would you pay an extra $50 just so that you can have these new features? I don't see the difference. And another thing that worries me is that Nintendo said that they're gonna have exclusive games for the OLED version. What? So basically, it's just a way to get you to buy the console. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna get this. I'm not going to get it unless I absolutely have to. If Breath of the Wild Part 2 is going to be exclusive for the OLED model, then I'm gonna have to buy one because I need to play Breath of the Wild Part 2. Okay, but other than that, this new model, this new version, it's not that great. You know, just keep your current Nintendo Switch and you'll be fine. You know, and the thing about the Switch, it is such an amazing console. It's one of the best consoles that Nintendo has ever produced, right? I mean, they might as well just have announced a brand new a brand new console. You know, why waste money on this one? Nintendo should have just put their time and energy into inventing, you know, Nintendo Switch Part 2, Nintendo Switch 2, and something that could handle PlayStation 4 graphics, right? Because we're already in the PS5, Xbox Series X. You know, the graphics are you know, are a step up from the previous generation, and the Nintendo Switch still has a lot of outdated, you know, graphics. I mean, I would say that the graphics are kind of like PlayStation 3 graphics, I guess you could say that. But if you could handle PlayStation 4 graphics where you can play Final Fantasy VII Remake or God of War, the God of War game, that will be great. That will make this Switch much more attractive, a much more attractive option to buy. But other than that, you know, it's just the Nintendo Switch OLED. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can receive new future notifications. Check out the blog at ndrtv.com. Follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or anything you want to say right below this video in the comments below. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.